Alright everybody, good evening. Scrapper here with another edition of Action TAIMANIN. Alright, so we're not going to fuck around today. I want to get through this. There will not be any rolling gotcha today. We're just going to go straight into the event, which is an unusual alliance. We're going to get this... wait a minute. Did I already do this? I think I did this one. Yeah, I did. Okay, so we're on this other one. Alright, we're on this one. Okay, so we're gonna get this going. We're gonna keep rolling with somebody who needs the skill points. Who needs the skill points? Nagi needs the skill points. Go for it, Nagi. I'm gonna try. I mean, if I do, I was thinking about doing the whole narration thing. I might not. Some people like it, some people don't. Just depends on what you're down for. I'll at least do... I just sent everybody a notice. I will... Yeah, I'll just read some of the stuff. The joint training was being set up, and during its preparation, the Stormcat team was deployed to Japan 1 month before the training. Everyone thought it was a mistake made on the transport plan, but it wasn't. For a team that had fought countless battles and won, the UFS Army deployed them 1 month before the training for reconnaissance and as means of vacation. The shipment of exoskeletons will be after 2 or 3 weeks, so the team who had lived their lives and developed missions were at an airport in Japan. Japan Key International Airport. Dozens of muscular women were gathered at the airport, which connected to the east and west. Their tense looks were not familiar to civilians, creating a heavy atmosphere inside the airport. They all lined up at the airport lobby. However, people with keen eyes would have noticed by now. Their eyes were glistening with curiosity, and while they didn't move a muscle, they were constantly looking around with only their eyes. Stand still, don't look around. The captain of the Stormcat, Maribel, hollered at her excited team. They suddenly concentrated on her and calmed themselves down. You guys don't forget your purpose. Yes, sir. The civilians around were startled at them, but the team didn't care. They were used to being the center of attention, and being calm in all situations was part of their training as well. Then we head to the rendezvous point. Everyone with me. Yes, sir. The sight of a dozen beautiful women walking out fast from Kinki International Airport was bizarre, but also polished at the same time. The one that stood out the most was the leading tanned-skinned woman, Second Lieutenant Maribel Bell. She was the captain of the Stormcat team, and her voice, walking pace, and attitude proved her to be the tough woman she was. Even for Japanese civilians who had zero experience in battle, her dignity and powerful words made her look like an ideal soldier. Soldier time. She headed towards the rendezvous point, and after a few dozen minutes, right after some time had passed from the promised time, a blonde, blue-eyed beauty with outstanding clothes approached them. Hey, yes. Sorry to have kept you waiting. I am Kanoji, our speaker. She was speaking Japanese, but she sounded different. She stood next to Maribel after introducing herself.
What are those silly clothes you're wearing?
Yikes, you speak Japanese very well.
As part of our operation, I learned the basics of the local language to build trust with it. But you speak weirdly.
It's a dialect. It differs from region to region in Japan.
So a dialect is like an accent from that region, am I correct? We have that in English and probably in most countries.
Maribel seemed to be awed by Spica's confident explanation, but she soon came back to her senses and asked her back. Even with little to no experience in Japanese society and having learned basic Japanese at her base, she knew that Spica's explanation for dialect was awkward.
No matter, what's with that outfit anyway?
It's a Japanese samurai outfit. This costume used to be trending amongst men a while ago.
That's a lie, I've only seen them in movies.
She thought so, but didn't say it out loud since there were some Taimans who wore a similar costume. Savage Hunter, Egawa, Sagi, and Fumo Koto also use the katana. Maybe I'm the one who doesn't know well. And these clothes are common here. Maribel was a UFS soldier whether she liked it or not. Even if she studied their culture, she knew she was weak in knowing their common sense. She decided not to point out Spica's fancy outfit since it could be part of the Japanese culture. Thank you for understanding. I was here first. It's customary to greet you in a Japanese fashion. Spica wearing the kimono. A hakama of sorts proudly held her head high. Koneji art Spica. Born from a UFS father and a Taimanin mother, she was in Japan before then as part of the UFSS Special Forces. Her mission was to connect between the UFS and Japanese organizations like this time. So her outfit was also for the mission, a better cooperation between the two. Right. Now the UFS aren't doing well together, that's why the frontline armies must treat each other. Spica knowing both countries' culture and spending time with them would be the best way. She picked this outfit to introduce Japan to the Stormcats, a team associated with the stubborn UFS army. Hey, she's wearing a kimono, right? That's a katana. It's so sharp that it cuts through the exoskeleton armor like butter. I heard there were a lot of gourmet streets in here in Japan. I want to taste the original ramen here after the mission. The team lost their tense atmosphere when they saw Spica and started to chat. Everyone seemed to have high hopes for Japan, the land of subculture.
You guys seem to have already forgot about why we're here in Japan.
Now, don't worry. I've heard all about your mission. Let's visit various places around here before the joint training and relax for a bit. For that, I, Kunoji Araspeako, will lead you to a place where you can enjoy life to the fullest. The team brightened up at Spica's words, so Maribel couldn't say anything more. The mission was important, but so was taking care of the team.
I guess we spent time always in battle, mission after mission.
This is also a vacation after all, so that's probably why we were sent here earlier than expected.
It's a hurry up and wait situation, so if you're going to help, then okay.
Hurry up and wait. It was a situation where all preparations were done, but the real deal was delayed, being put on hold. The Stormcats were ready for battle at any time, but the real training was after 3 weeks.
Well, maybe it's important to recharge a bit.
It was after that. With an explosion that shook the entire airport, the glass shattered from the building. 1 moment later, the civilians started screaming.
Everyone, get ready for battle.
The Stormcats and Spica were swift. Their excitement disappeared immediately and everyone ready for non-lethal weapons, taking cover. The weapons were ordinary stuff that could be bought at the mart, but it was only in the hands of a soldier that they would turn into weapons that can suppress riots without killing anybody. Alright, we gotta fight. East lobby secure. 2 terrorists down. West staircase secure. 1 terrorist down. He had firearms.
Good, there are no such fingerprint locks on their weapons.
We could use them. Is it okay for you to use their crude weapons?
No problem, but minimize shooting to avoid misfire.
Roger that. We'll surround the main lobby from the east. We're going in from the west. 2nd floor secured. Snipers in position.
Good, we take the main lobby swiftly.
Leave this to me. Is that katana real? It wasn't a decoration. There's a saying, when a TAIMAN steps out of the door, 7 enemies appear. Always be ready and check your gear when you go outside.
I see. That's why TAIMANs are always wearing fancy clothes. However, you're part of our operation, so you must follow my orders.
Sure. There's nothing worse than moving alone when facing an army.
Good. The situation is back at hand. We take them down within 5 minutes.
Alright, we got 5 minutes. Oh, we're gonna see a special animation. Let's see the special animation. The cool thing about those is that everyone has a unique animation. No one's just the same. It's the little things that I like about this game. Cyborg soldier. Go in and cut down. He's dead. Good work, everybody. I'm gonna let it auto because somebody's messaging me right now.
Alright, sorry. I apologize for that. People were telling me some techniques and stuff from various games I was playing. So where were we? Oh, we got another message. Let us take a look. Oh. Why? That's a very interesting question. Why did Boston Market close? It wasn't that good. I mean, Boston Market was one of those places where you would just get a cheap ham, and the deli was. I mean, I've had good plates there. It's just not like, you know, it wasn't my go-to. There was like 5 other barbecue spots or like deli sandwiches plate spots I would go to before that one. Is there any more Boston Markets? Like, is it officially out of business? Let me see. I will get back to this. This is a rerun anyway, so I'm not too. Yeah, you would see all the rotisserie chickens. The chickens that were... Oh, they're only in New York now. They're on the East Coast. Holy shit. I'll let you guys watch. Yeah, that's what it looked like. It was a bunch of deli meats. I don't know. They're saying that you're saying that it doesn't look like you had all the meats. Well, that's what Boston Market was good for. It was good for all the various types of meats that you would get. Unless you're talking about the modern one. The modern one kind of switched it up. I didn't like that one. Remember the cornbread and mashed potatoes? No. It's all about them, the rotisserie chickens. They had some good ass rotisserie chicken. Yeah. Oh yeah, they used to be $3.70 each. Holy crap. Yeah, I'd love to watch it soon. Those were the days. Uh-oh. You actually don't like Marie Callender's? What's wrong with Marie Callender's? What did you hate, the pies or the hot meals, or both? Because Marie Callender's is like, I don't think I've had a hot meal. I would do like hot pies. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of their pies either. It's kind of like with all the glaze. Yeah, the glaze is what killed it for me. Like, pies. Let me show you what I'm talking about. No. They would have like these like little like let me pull up a picture. Not an apple pie. Okay, so I'm gonna get. I'll show you guys what I mean in just a moment. Kill this guy real quick. And get over here, you little bastard. Alright, cool. Alright, so let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so Marie Callender's. Let me put it in like a little corner right here. Oh, well, that's the good stuff. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so Marie Callender's used to have this. Let me shorten this bad boy up. Okay, so I'm sorry if this is a little out of frame. Okay, so here's the thing. Marie Callender's had these little cinnamon stuff, and I'm talking about the actual like the pies that they would have fresh in their restaurant. They would have these like little cinnamon things on the top of the pies, right? And they would crystallize with the heat. And when you would take a big bite out of like a pie or something, you would get a whole bunch of those crystals inside your mouth. And it was not a pleasurable experience. Like that's one of the distinct memories I have about Marie Callender's pies that I just did not like. I wish they would get rid of it. I mean, I know some people like that kind of crap. I personally don't. It just made it taste like really, really odd and really, really weird. I'm just not down with that kind of like texture on my pie. If it would have just been plain like cinnamon, you know, baked into the bread itself, or you know, to the crust, I'd be completely cool with it. But those little crystals were such a fucking turn off for these pies. Their other pies were good though, like the chocolate, the cream pies. Those were great. I'd eat those cream pies in a heartbeat. But no, the peach pies, the apple pies, and all that stuff, not the best. Just something like if we're gonna be talking about pies, you know. The one place with the blueberry sour cream apple pie. What? Which one is that one? Okay, I'm looking at a recommendation of pies. I'm going to take a look at this. Okay. Temporarily closed. Okay, that makes sense because they're only... Ah, okay. Let me take a look. Pies. The food looks good. They have this one that I'm looking at that is called a blueberry sour cream pie. Or, hold on, I just lost. Yeah, a blackberry apple cream pie. That's actually, they will have one called, oh, you could choose between apple and blackberry. Hmm. Alright, hold on. Let me finish this real quick. Pies are slow, expensive though. Down you go. Alright, that's down. And then they do creme brulee. They also do some cookies. French toast. Ooh. Holy crap. I want pictures though. I don't see pictures. Oh, could do that. Wow, I didn't know how to do that. That looks good. Oh, God. Let me see all the photos. That looks good. I think I would just buy a slice of pie. I don't think I could eat a whole pie myself, though. I think if there's a chicken pot pie too. Anyways, yeah, that I could go on and on for these food items. Those look good. Now that's good and all, but the one place that I actually like is my local bakery around here. That actually I thought my internet was crapping out. I think it's just the website being slow. Alright, moving on to the next one. Section 4. Go, go, go. Alright, let's try to keep this going. Oh, anyways, sorry, I got distracted by pies. You throw pies at me, I'm gonna get like distracted by it all out. Oh man, we got sorry, I'm distracted. The special of the month from my local bakery is this chocolate cream pie. I have to pick myself up one. No. I got too many big goods in my area, or in my pantry right now. I should. But if I finish within like 2 weeks, I'll grab myself a meal. That looks so freaking good. Alright. Where were we? Okay. Sorry, I get distracted. Y'all start talking to me about food, and then I just completely lose track of what I'm doing. We're in a building somewhere. A few hours later. How's Spica? She's asleep. She must have been very tired. Obviously, her lack of research is accountable for the damage, but I feel sorry for her. She didn't want to blame Spica, but Spica must have felt sorry for her. This blonde samurai, a physically powerful TAIMAN, was on her guard long enough to fall asleep from the fatigue. Ooh. What else? We got more pies? What? More pies? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's always fresh. Yeah, I always rush home and cut myself a slice. Alright. Let me get back. When she checked near the rear window, there was a small hole. She immediately noticed it was a bullet hole at first glance. Is this from battle? And am I right? How am I supposed to pronounce it? Hold up. Sorry, I'm sorry, guys. I want to pronounce that correctly. Amidahara. I'm butchering that. Amidahara. I sound like a fucking idiot. Amidahara. Okay. Why didn't I notice this before we departed? If that was the case, thank God it took us so far. Sorry, that whole thing got me out of my acting ability. Black smoke was fuming out the hole. The electronics were damaged, but it managed to take them here. Oh right, there was a shopping district on the way here. Maybe I can fix the car there. Let's check the GPS in the car. Could you do that for me? We'll try to fix this with the tools we have. They were on a strange Japanese soil, but decided to get through the situation with the tools they had. We were supposed to go there by evening. I'm afraid we might be late. Although she called the usher earlier through Spica because they couldn't act as if they were traveling, since they went through a terrorist attack and a series of situations. At this rate, she couldn't be there on time. They could get to Nagasaki City through GPS the car, but now that the car was broken, they had to find a place to fix it and think about a place to rest in the meantime. As Maribel's team didn't have that information on this foreign soil, they couldn't take action when things went out of schedule.
What a shameful moment to the mighty Stormcat.
As she was mocking herself, the agent who was checking on the GPS got out of the car. I found a repair shop a few miles back.
Good. Did you also check how we can get there?
Of course. I set the course on the GPS. I believe the vehicle can go a few miles more, but I'm afraid we may have to push it before we can reach the shop. Should we just walk to Miyazaki City?
No, we don't know what'll happen next. We need to prepare a means of transportation we can use.
Then we must stop by a gas station first. Mirabel's squad was about to get on the vehicle, but they felt someone was watching them, so they remained outside as naturally as possible. Captain, are those?
Yeah, they're watching over here.
Are those just passerby? Maribel's squad noticed that they were being watched. While the squad was talking about repairing the car, someone kept glancing at them on the other side of the road.
Who is that? I don't think they are soldiers.
They looked like amateurs. They didn't even try to hide that they were watching. All of the members noticed it, but still, they didn't even try to hide, which made it more clear that they were amateurs. For a while, the strangers kept checking their faces while fiddling with their mobile device, and suddenly pulled out guns from their pockets.
Guns!
Maribel shouted, and the whole squad moved to hide themselves in the shadow of the car. It was true. I heard some UFS Big Six were in Amadarea, but didn't know you were already all the way here. So this time, you'll destroy our turf? Not on my watch. Get everyone here. The thug shouted sharply and gave orders through a mobile device. They had a strange accent, so Maribel's squad couldn't translate them properly. I think they are hostile, and I believe they ordered to gather more people over the mobile device.
It's hard to understand their accents. You, shoot that mobile device down. Someone take a position to cover for her.
Yes, ma'am. I'll cover for her. Maribel's squad was armed with the items they retrieved from the terrorists at the airport, and some firearms from the thugs they defeated at Amadora. As soon as she picked the right gun for sniping, she took the shot without any hesitation. The other side of the road was more than a few dozen meters away, but she destroyed the mobile device at once. Did you just shoot me? The reinforcement will be here at any moment. We protect what's ours.
I just wanted to fix the car and go to Gosha.
Should we take the map down?
No, we don't have many bullets. I don't want to make more enemies by engaging in an unnecessary fight.
But we are not sure how far we can go with this broken car.
Guess it can't be helped.
Wake Spica up and escape to that back alley. Alright. We are gonna go straight to that back alley. I'm still thinking about pies. I'm sorry. You all have me on the wall. Chainsaw Space Man. Chainsaw Man. Speaking of which, I did end up reading the final chapter of Chainsaw Man, and I am completely disappointed. I am completely convinced that mangaka have no way of finishing this series. The only one I think that has any semblance of an ending is probably Oda, and he hasn't even dropped the ending yet. But he says he's written the ending out so many times, so hopefully that means that he's got it perfected, because holy crap was that ending for Chainsaw Man so fucking bad. And I was so hyped for it. I loved Chainsaw Man. I loved part 1 with such a passion. And even when part 2 started, it sounded like it was going to be badass. There was going to be all sorts of cool fight scenes, and then we get to the end, and what happens? Everything just resets. It was all a dream. It was all bullshit. Power comes back to life for no fucking reason. None of it made sense. Makima is dead still. I don't know. That the entire, like, okay, here's my problem with it. You can't just pick and choose who comes back to life and what storylines did it happen. It just makes the whole thing so much more fucking confusing. It just, why? Just why? I just don't get it. I reread the final few chapters a few times just to make sure I didn't miss anything, and I didn't. It was really just, I have an ending, here it is, here's the fan favorites that come back minus Makima, and fuck the rest, here you go, enjoy. I don't know. Like, it would have made more sense if he would have just died there in the building, or like if it was a dream. If all that was a dream, like his dying dream, I would have accepted that, because at least he went out and it was something in his mind that he wanted to happen. But no, we don't even get that. We get this. It's not even that it's bad, it's just that it's just so fucking mid. It's just like, you know, you wanted to appease everybody for, like why even just do it? Just, like, I wish he would have just stopped at part 1. Part 1 would have been fine if it would have ended like that. What's this? What are you sending me? You're sending me Stray Kids. What is Stray Kids? What is this? This is probably copyright music. I probably shouldn't play it. I'll play just a few seconds of it. Sings K-pop stuff. I can't play the whole thing because I don't want to get DMCA'd. That does sound like an anime OP. It really does. Maybe it is. Stray Kids. I don't even know what the song's title's called. It's got some Korean characters, so I'm not versed on any of that. It's for Stays. Stays what? Stays? Oh, 8th anniversary? I thought you meant that Stay Fix. Is he getting an anime? What is that? Sorry, I'm getting easily distracted with this stuff. You guys could read the story that's going on. What is Stays? What is Stays? No, that can't be it. I don't know. Why are you sending me this anyway? I don't even know what. I'm not well versed in K-pop stuff. I mean, I do have groups. I will say, like, I do like New Jeans. New Jeans is one of my favorites. But other than that, you know, I don't know too much about it. I know some of the big groups, you know, Red Velvet, Blackpink, all those generations. I mean, you would be living under a fucking rock if you didn't know any of those, but, you know. Straight. Oh, I just noticed he has a cute little bow tie. He's got a little bow tie. The little hulking monster got a little bow tie on him. That's so adorable. We're almost done here. Wait, what? Stay's 8th anniversary. What is 8th anniversary? 8th anniversary. Oh, Strays and okay. Okay, the actual group itself is getting an anniversary, and that's why they made that song. Okay, that makes much more sense. Okay. I mean, are you a huge Stray Kids fan? I'm assuming you are. I'm like, for me, New Jeans is probably the only group I really truly follow. Like, I listen to some Twice every now and again. Twice is okay. I like some of the more underground ones. Like, I heard some, like, I'm gonna play just a little bit of it. I can't play the whole thing. Like, I like this song. Where is it? Like this one. I like this one. This song's pretty cool. I like this one. I can't play the whole thing, but, you know, I'll just play it. It's, the song is by Bad Kid. City Love Red. I'll only play like a little snip of it, and then I have to probably talk over it, because otherwise it'll... I like the groove, of it. I can't play the whole thing, so I'll just leave it there. Yeah, if you ever get a chance, you know, give that one a real listen. Alright, well, we're going to finish up in just a moment. We're almost done with this event. And I apologize that we get easily distracted. But honestly, you know, some people actually... they like the tangents that I tend to go on when I do this series. It's really odd, you know. Action Tainmanin, I would think that would not get so much, you know, looks for it just being mostly words on a screen and me narrating or me talking about other things. But it consistently gets views. And it's not just the women, because honestly, you know, you just look at the women for like 5 seconds and this is pretty much what you're going to get for the rest of the fucking stream. But people hang on. People hang on and watch the whole thing. Man, I really like that. Like, I mean, they're probably either into the story or into the conversations, but, you know, I see that people hang on to a good portion of this of the stream. So, thank you all, by the way, for that. It's always cool. We're almost reaching 100 subscribers, by the way, and I don't have anything particularly planned for 100 subscribers. I probably should, but I'll try to figure out something. Okay, I'm just checking out your guys' comments. Yeah, one of the comments that were posted on one of my videos was the Great Mighty Pooh singing, and I don't even want to say the word, but he says a particular word that sounds like a certain slur. And Elite. I was like, what? My ears perked up immediately when I heard it. But apparently it doesn't mean what I think it means. It's a completely different word, but people were quite enjoying that clip. I don't know, it's one of those words that sound like a bad word, but it isn't. We are close to finishing. Sorry, got into another rabbit hole reading. Alright, okay. Go ahead and get started on this. Alright, where were we? Okay, we were kept being attacked or making hostiles because of misunderstandings. I'll submit a written apology for that. But first, we need to rest, if that's possible. They were so exhausted that even Maribel, the strongest one amongst them, would say so. I'll prepare a vehicle right away. Could you please prepare for us to fly there, perhaps a chopper? I'm sick of cars. It's gonna explode again. If we have another car, it'll explode again. We'll be alright, Miss Spica. Cars don't easily explode. That car was just the wrong one. Normally, cars don't explode. Nope, nope, nope. I'm not going to drive a car again. Spica, Koniji R. Spica, the guide. What happened, and why do you look as if you lost the map? Eek! As Reiko spoke to her, Spica hid behind the squad, terrified. My apologies, Miss Spica is currently mentally unstable. She gets frightened by strangers now. But we've gone to great never mind. Your briefing can wait till tomorrow. Today, we'll take a full rest. Welcome, Stormcat team. Enjoy your Japanese life for a month from now. We still have a month left. At those words, the elite EFS army squad, which had crushed multiple organizations and caused significant damage to the Japanese mafia scene, they all exchanged strange expressions. Was that it? I think there's another chapter left. Oh no, that's it? Okay, oh wow. Wow, I'm sorry, wow. We blazed through it all. Okay, that's all there is then. Yeah, like usual, I'm gonna grind for the rest later. You guys don't need to watch that. It's just running the same missions over and over again. We are going to get an update soon regarding the tower arena, the arena tower event. They are going to be releasing, like, I believe 15 more levels. So that's going to be another gameplay footage one that's you don't want to miss. That one's going to be a lot more tough. We saw how I was struggling last time, but I was able to beat it. So that since we've caught up on all the TAIMAN action events, next week I hopefully will have something for you on TAIMAN Squad. That one's actually gonna have like some sort of story update very, very soon. And I still have not yet pulled Sakura on that one, so I'm Sakura. So I'm hoping that between now and then I'll be able to pull her. Yeah, tomorrow is midweek Minecraft. Look forward to it. I was able to recover all my items, so we're going to be able to continue on. I'm gonna probably though build some sort of farming area for those blaze pods, because I have a feeling I'm gonna need a lot more than what I got. Yep, that's it for me, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm gonna make some clips, post it up on the YouTube. Links are in the description for the YouTube, for the Discord. I've been Scrapper. This has been Action TAIMAN. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you all. I love you all. See you next time.